Cheers on the whistle. Have fun, be safe, see you soon.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're bringing you the Kitchen Road Criterium. This is a Masters 50 plus race. We got a full field of about 60 angry old men that are going to be doing laps here at the Rodale Fitness Park. It's located in Truxertown, Pennsylvania, right across from the Valley Preferred Cycling Center, aka the Velodrome. While I've got your attention here, I just want to ask you guys, please hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so that you know new videos have been posted. Give me a like and some comments. Let me know what you like and what you don't like about the videos, and I'll continue to try to improve the content and bring you more exciting and interesting and hopefully useful stuff to watch. So go ahead and do it. Click subscribe. The bug's not going away until you do it. Just kidding. Alright, so here we are. We're doing our first lap on this 1 mile loop around the fitness park. Perfectly smooth pavement, no actual real corners to speak of. I'll talk a little bit more about the course in a bit. I'm really excited to be out here today because the entry list, the field is filled with guys I know, people that I train with on a regular basis in the central Pennsylvania and Philadelphia area. This guy in front of me, this is Jeff Miesmer. He is in the middle of training for Masters Nationals. He's been doing some heat acclimation, doing crazy stuff like wearing long sleeve wool jerseys in a locked room and raising his core temperature. So he's putting in a lot of hard work. Looking forward to seeing how he does at Nationals. This is chasing down a first lap breakaway, something that I'm usually not too interested in, but seeing the people that are out there, people I know what their power's like and how long they can sustain an effort, I figured, what the heck, let's give this a go. I've never done one of those from the gun breakaway attempts, and if I get the right people going with me, it just might work. Alright, that's one lap done. And as we come around into this open field section, I let a couple guys come around me, and everybody's looking around, and we're gonna probably see that this really isn't gonna work out too well. So I slot in behind Jeff here. There's a slight uphill rise as we come around this bottom part of the course where it kind of looks like a paper clip. Rises up about 4 or 5%, but it's a really short rise. You don't even have to get out of the saddle unless you're actually sprinting or trying to break away from people. I prefer to take this seated. Just spin an easy gear. But it is important to keep the power on as you come on down over the other side, get the speed up. Of course, at this point, I'm taking it pretty easy. That breakaway wasn't going to work. So we're going to skip ahead a few laps. Got another guy taking a flyer here. I can't remember his name. I know I've raced with him before. He looks familiar, so I'm going to jump on this wheel, see what happens. So I ride past him, let him know I'm ready to work. Let's do this. So just keeping it nice and steady up that little hill, over the top. Bring the speed up. This section's pretty interesting. It's a bit twisty, kind of S-curves through the woods. You go into the shadows and you can disappear here. It's also really easy to lose track of other riders, particularly if they've got like a dark colored uniform. And if they know this, they can use the shadows and the bends to their advantage and get out of sight and out of mind. And that happens a lot here. All right, I've been chased down by Mike Miller of the Active Yards team, Steve Weber. He's another one of the guys I train with on a regular basis at our Tuesday book club rides. Mike I ride with a lot in the Philly area at the Great Valley Corporate Center. We do a Sunday training Criterium out there. It's a good place to build some speed and work on some tactics. All right, everybody's looking back. We've been caught. I guess too many interesting people going up the road there. They weren't going to let us get away. So the front end of the peloton's getting just a little bit pointy, going a little bit faster now. We're about 15 laps to go. And this is Ron Short in the red, white, and black uniform moving up on the left side. You may have seen Ron Short's work, his photography on social media, an international contest on regarded as one of the best cycling photographers in the world. So make sure you check him out. His name is Ron Short. He's on Instagram as Short Cycles. Really, really great photography. He runs a camera on the back of his bike, so if you're following him, you're most likely going to get some good shots of you in the middle of the peloton. Good stuff, Ron. Thank you for doing that for all of us. So he's got quite a bit of distance here with the other guy that followed him up the road. One of his teammates is coming up front. Mike Miller thinks this is interesting, and he shoots up on the right side and just lays some power down to bridge up to this break. And that sets off an alarm bell for me. I want to be part of this as well. So as we come down the other side of the hill, it looks like we're closing the gap. Looks like this is safely going to be brought back. So I'm not too stressed about it. Backing off a little bit. I'm going to let some other people come around me so that I'm not doing all the work. Looks like there's 4 guys up there. Not quite sure about how strong all 4 of those guys are. I know that Miller is dangerous. He's a pursuit rider on the track, so he can lay down some power and be in the suffer zone for a while. Here comes the cavalry. We're going to bridge up to this, so I'm not worried about it now. And here we go. We're doing like 32 miles an hour through start finish. I'm just sitting on the back of this train, getting a free ride up to the breakaway. We're going to bring that back. Danger has been averted. All right, just a little bit more effort here. Closing down on the breakaway. As I see we're coming up on the breakaway, somebody is missing. Miller is gone. He has left this group. So I ride through. I'm going to come over the top of the hill and try to inspire everybody else to follow me and bridge up to him. We got to catch Miller. We can't let him get away solo. I enlist a little bit of help here in the chase. Got some good locomotives here at the front, dragging us through this twisty section. But as we go through this twisty section where there's dark shadows, I think that Miller knows that and he's using it to his advantage. He has disappeared. I can't even see him up ahead. Here's one of his teammates coming up to the front. He's being a little cheeky. He's going to come up front and look like he's doing some work, but he's not actually doing any work. So a bunch of the active yards guys in the green and black uniforms, very well organized team, they come up to the front and slow down the chase. And that's with 13 laps to go. Miller just checks out, and we're not going to see him until the end. He'll end up winning the race. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that, guys. So it's about 2 laps to go. We've resigned ourselves to the fact that it's coming down to a field sprint, and we're all going to be fighting for second place. So I'm taking a little bit of inventory here, seeing who looks like they've got sprinter's legs, see who's feeling fresh, looking at people's setup, how they're positioning themselves, trying to figure out where there's a train I want to get on. This guy, we've got Mark Light. He's a former U.S. national champion in the Masters Criterium. Raced against him in Pottstown in 2019. He was wearing the Stars and Stripes jersey, so I figure this might be a good wheel to be on. He's also got a bunch of teammates representing his team, so I don't know if he's gonna be setting up for one of them or trying to get a train going, but whatever the case is, I want to be up near the front here and keep an eye on it. Don't necessarily want to be second wheel, but I know people are going to start coming around me as we get towards the last lap. People will start fighting for position. Things will get a little more interesting, a little more spicy. This is the kind of course, too, where as you come into the bell lap, a lot of people try to do a Hail Mary, do a 1 mile flyer. I won this race back in 2019 as a Category 4. I did exactly the same thing. I tacked over the hill, and for 1.5 miles, I soloed away. So if you've got the legs, if you can go into that VO2 max zone, you can get away and you can make it happen. So I'm pretty sure that as we hit the line here and the bell goes, we'll see some guys trying to launch that last minute attack. Although if it was up to me, I would have attacked on the hill and used the downhill to get some speed and break away. At least that's what worked for me. Your results may vary. And here we go, right on cue. We got people flying up on the right side. They're going to try that 1 mile breakaway. These are the guys that think they can sustain a high enough power to get away from the sprinters. I like it because it's going to bring the speed up and get a good train going. I like to launch my sprint from a higher speed rather than slow coming out of a corner and having to put a lot of torque into it. I did a lot of track racing when I was a junior, so I like that high-speed spin, like getting it wound up. We got one guy who's putting a little bit of a gap on us, but I'm not too worried about it. I know that there's enough hungry guys here that are going to bring him back. Things are going to get a little dicey here as guys who tried to get away just fizzle out and they start dropping like stones right on the racing line, so you got to dodge them. So this is a pretty good position. I'm about 4 or 5 wheels back, not counting the guys that are going to be falling off and dropping through the peloton. Here goes Mark Light again. I decide, okay, I want to be on this wheel. Inside line, I like this. Dodge this guy who's fallen backwards. So, not a bad position. Gets a little dicey. I'm going to hit the grass here in a minute. Just following the inside edge of the pavement, and then suddenly the pavement disappears. I think I kind of cut in where there was a park bench. Oh yeah, right there. People behind me said that was really scary. Here goes the sprint. I'm a little bit pinned in here. Lights dropping. I'm stuck. Alright, get back on the power. This is Dave Bonzer. I got my head down. I'm going for it. I throw the bike at the line, try to get him. We both look at each other. I'm like, "Did you get it?" He's like, "Did you get it?" We don't know. And then here's the photo finish. I just missed it by half a wheel. That was such a bummer. End of the day, it was still okay. Got on the podium. Congratulations to Mike Miller on a great solo victory. Hope you guys liked the video. Check out these boxes on the right-hand side if you want to watch some other races. Thanks, and make sure you subscribe.